All right, sir, you're Terrell Coker,
Yes.
and will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
He does, Your Honor.
Mr. Coker, in cause number 25, DCCR 1221, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of solicitation of prostitution from March 28th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Samuel? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
This
And it looks like the agreement
sequence
that you
shows
reached is
two
for a
very
3-year
different
deferred
moments in the
probation.
justice system.
There would be a $300
One where a
fine, and you would
defendant
be
receives
required to
a
follow
second
all of the
chance through
rules and
probation,
conditions of probation.
and
Is that
another
your
where
understanding?
repeated bond violations
Do you
place
also understand, if
pretrial
you're not a
freedom
U.S.
in
citizen,
danger.
that a plea of guilty or
In
no
the first
contest
hearing,
may result in your
Terrell Coker pleads
deportation,
guilty to a
exclusion
state
from
jail
admission
felony
to the country,
solicitation
or
charge tied
denial
to
of
March
naturalization under
2024.
federal law?
The judge confirms
State
the plea
tenders
is
number 1.
voluntary.
So, are you Rakeem Allen? So, Mr. Allen was here not that long ago, and we figured out when we were in court that day that there had been 15, I think it was, positive drug results, patch results that we had not received. We received them that day. I raised his bond on that day, went into custody, has made that bond, has a drug patch on, and the first drug patch received tested positive.
That was the one I had. That was the one that I had.
So you still had the one in court when they didn't take, you didn't take it off in jail?
No.
How long were you in jail?
I was like overnight. I got out when I got out the next morning. They told me to go exchange it.
Did you?
Yes, ma'am.
So when are you supposed to switch this one?
I just did a switch Monday.
Oh, you already did the switch Monday. So we should have a result within what, a few days, Anna? Do you know how long that takes? Okay, well, that at least somewhat explains that, if that's correct. So I want to make sure you understand, obviously I'm going to get that result within a few days. If it's positive, your bond's going to be high enough to where you're not going to just make it out overnight. Do you understand? If you test positive again for anything, you will be back in custody. We'll have a hearing. And at that point, based on the length of time, there are sometimes I can make findings that bonds are not even appropriate. So you better not test positive. You better not be around anybody that's doing it. You better not come in and say, I didn't do it. I touched something or somebody touched me. No excuses. This next one better be negative. Okay. All right. Y'all are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Yes.
I didn't want to interrupt you. In light of his criminal history, would the court consider, now that he's back out on bond, the GPS launcher in this case?
What's the underlying offense of aiding? I mean, he showed up every time. And there's not necessarily a complaining
I
witness.
just wanted to ask. It's
Okay. Yeah, I would say if there's any other
If something
issues
comes
that
up, I'll
comes up, let me know and file something. Otherwise, my main thing, he's been here every time. We just didn't realize he was testing positive for that long.
I did.
The court
It's
grants
admitted. Is there any
deferred
evidence that Mr.
adjudication
Coker's
probation.
not competent?
Cooker receives
And
3
Ms.
years of
French, is there
probation,
any
a
history that you know
$300
of,
fine,
any reason
and
not to waive
strict
pre-sentence
court-ordered
report to
conditions.
the state jail?
If he successfully
Are you
completes
in agreement
probation,
with waiving the
the
pre-sentence
case may
report? Then
eventually
at
be
this time,
dismissed,
Mr. Coker,
helping
I'm
him
going
avoid
to
a
find that
permanent
you entered
felony
your plea of
conviction.
guilty freely and
However, any
voluntarily,
violation
find
could
that you're
lead to
mentally
revocation,
competent and you
a formal
understand the nature
conviction,
and the
and up to
consequences of
2
that
years in
plea.
state jail.
I'm going to
After
waive the
explaining the
pre-sentence
risks and
report,
possible
find
immigration
sufficient evidence to
consequences,
find you
the
guilty, and
judge
at this time
accepts the
follow the
plea and
agreement
places
that you
him on
made with the
probation.
district attorney. And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 3-year deferred probation. There would be a $300 fine and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
Church.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Coker is not competent?
There's none.
And Ms. French, is there any history that you know of, any reason not to waive pre-sentence report since it
No,
is
Your
state jail? Are you in agreement with waiving the pre-sentence report? Then at this time, Mr. Coker, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea, I'm going to waive the pre-sentence report, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay the $300 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have a felony conviction on your record. And at the end of the probation, if you successfully complete it, the case will actually be dismissed. You'll never have a felony conviction. The other side of that is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, found guilty of the offense, and sent to the state jail prison for anywhere between 6 months and up to 2 years. Do you understand? I've handed you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation's going to call you up to her desk. She's sitting right over there. Watch for her to call you up. She'll go over your paperwork as soon as it's ready. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms.
The second
defer all
hearing
proceedings
focuses on
and place you on
Rakim Allen,
probation for 3
who is
years.
already out on bond,
You're ordered to
but
pay the
facing problems
$300
after
fine and to
multiple
follow
positive
all of the
drug
rules
patch
and
results.
conditions of probation.
The judge questions
If
him
you
about
do
the
that,
timing
this
of his
is an
monitoring
excellent
and
opportunity
warns that
because you do
another
not have
failed
a
test
felony
could lead
conviction
to a
on your
much
record.
higher bond,
And at the
or
end of
even
the
loss of
probation, if you
release altogether.
successfully complete it, the case will
Although the
actually
court
be
notes that
dismissed.
Allen
You'll
has
never have a
consistently
felony
appeared for
conviction.
hearings,
The other side of
repeated
that is if you
violations are viewed
violate
as
any
serious
condition of
noncompliance.
probation, you can be brought back into
Together,
court,
both
found
hearings show
guilty of
how
the
courts may
offense,
offer
and sent
defendants
to the state jail
opportunities to
prison
remain
for
free,
anywhere between
but
6 months
only
and
if
up
they
to 2
follow
years.
strict
Do you
conditions
understand?
ordered by the court.